I know someone I saw on LinkedIn, they passed all 4 parts in a month. I also saw on LinkedIn, I met this lady who failed 27 times before getting her accreditation.
Let's welcome our next guest who just recently passed the CPA exam.
My name is Kwabena Sarpong, and I am a CPA, pending CPA. I've passed all 4 parts of the CPA exam. I got my Bachelor's of Science in Accounting at the University of North Carolina at Charlotte. And then for my Master's of Science in Accounting, I went to Indiana University at Bloomington. And a little bit about me, I just started working at PwC on October 1st of 2020. So
how did you stay focused and maintain the drive and self-discipline to pass this exam?
So when I was studying for audit, I was like, okay, I actually like the stuff I'm learning. I was like, this is great. This is beautiful. I took it, I passed. I was like, okay. Then I went to FAR and I was like, oh, this is a lot of nitty gritty stuff. I was like, I don't know if I want to do this. Then I just remembered my motivation. So everyone's gonna have a different reason for being motivated. Mine personally was that my firm was giving out a bonus if you pass in the first year. So that was my main motivation. And there's also ample amount of career opportunities that are available to you with this accreditation. So I always remember the why I'm doing this. And I know for some people, the why is probably just not gonna be, the cost is not going to outweigh the benefits, so they're probably going to stop. They're probably going to say, I don't want to do accounting long term. So I understand why they would stop. But for me, this is a field that I saw that I wanted to be in for a long time. I thought this certification was really going to help me down the line. So for me, the big thing is always remember the why you're doing it. All my friends lived in North Carolina, but for the summer, I was like, if I stay in Indiana, it's gonna force me to study. None of my friends are gonna be there, so I have no distractions. And the few friends I do have in Indiana are also studying for the CPA. So it just allowed me to just really grind it out and just focus and study. And then there was quarantine, so no one was going out anyway. So I didn't have oh, I want to go out with my friends because no one was going out. So I literally have no excuse not to study right now. So that was another thing that I was able to capitalize on to pass these exams.
And what advice would you like to share?
So the biggest thing I would say is that I wish I started earlier. I wish I started in the fall semester of my master's program instead of the spring. That way I could have had more time off before I started working. But I just didn't think I could handle the workload of school and studying for the CPA. But after my first semester, I was like, I definitely could have took more time. I definitely could have started studying a little bit earlier. And the thing was, I only had classes on Mondays and Wednesdays. So I was like, I had Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I could have been studying the fall semester. And I was like, oh, I wish and during those late nights in the summer, I was like, I really wish I could have started studying earlier and had this time off. My next tip is that just remember that just because some things work for other people doesn't mean it's going to work for you. So I know a lot of people like the flashcards. My firm provided me with flashcards. I didn't even look at them. They're still packaged up. They're not even unwrapped or anything. I didn't use the final review book or the flashcards, and they're just sitting there because I was like, I don't think I need them. It was just not worth my time personally. But I know other people, they're like, I love the flashcards. That's the main way I learn. They prefer the flashcards over taking notes, and they use the final review book. So just remember that you are not anyone else. I know someone I saw on LinkedIn, they passed all 4 parts in a month. And I know other people that have failed an ample amount. I also saw on LinkedIn, I met this lady who failed 27 times before getting her accreditation. So everyone, it's different for everyone. So don't get discouraged that you're not getting something as quickly as your peers, because you never know, one day, the next exam, they could be coming for you for help because they just don't understand as quickly as you do. So it's just really, don't try to compare yourself to other people as much and just try to run your own race. Also, one thing I used to study, there's also those AICPA questions that they release for every exam. So I always go through and look at those, and I'm like, okay, if I got a majority of these right, these are type of questions I expect to see on the exam. I should do fairly well based off of the amount of questions I got right on this AICPA release.